17% discount. So 17%, that would be negative, I would assume. So I'm going to put negative 17%. I'm doing this with you. Like I said, I've never seen this question before. So don't feel pregnant. I've never seen this before. Percent markup. So that would be negative 17% is equal to the selling price, 117, minus 100. No, let's see. Wait a minute. The selling price, yeah. And the sale price, wait a minute. The original price, see, that's where they're a little bit confusing there. The original price is 117, so that'd be 100 minus 117 over X multiplied by 100. Everybody with me?
Yep.
Now, what was the sale price? What was the sale? And see, we don't even know, we haven't even been introduced to dealer's cost. I mean, divide by 100, divide by 100, that'd be negative 0.17. Negative 0.17 is equal to 100 minus 117 over X. Multiply both sides by X. And that's going to be negative 0.17X is equal to 100 minus 117 is what? Negative 17? Well, that's going to give you 100 again. Divide by negative 0.17, divide by negative 0.17. X is equal to positive. Let's see what the calculator, I think it's 100, but that's not what the answer is. 17 divided by 0.17. Yeah. It's 100% markup. I don't understand. Let's see what they get. They're dividing by 117. No, wait a minute. No. Wait a minute. They can't call the original price and the dealer's cost the same thing. Okay, in mathematics, I've never heard of this before. Y'all. But now the original selling price is the same thing as the dealer's cost. So y'all get that? Now we got two variables with one number. I have never seen this before in mathematics, where two variables, dealer's cost and original price, or whatever, is the same number. Okay, I've never seen this before. So this is the way you're going to set up the problem. I need you to make a note that in this problem, the original price is also the dealer's cost. And the selling price, you're just gonna make that X and just ignore the 100. Does this seem like this problem is put together very well to y'all? Okay, I was going to ask y'all that, but y'all ain't going to talk to me. So that would be negative 17% is equal to X minus 117 over 117 multiplied by 100. And of course, the $100 that you is got in there, that's, you just don't even need that. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So negative 0.17 is equal to x minus 117 over 117. Multiply both sides by 117. And that's x minus 117 is equal to, well, we're going to take our calculator and we're going to take 117 times 0.17. 19.89. Add 117. Add 117. I think I know what they're doing here. 136.89. Now they don't get 136.89. I don't know what the heck they're doing. Oh, I got to do negative 19. My bad. Negative, I didn't type that in the calculator. Negative 19.89 plus 117. 97.11. Did somebody look in my notes and tell me, didn't we get $4.49? Somebody look in your notes. I'm going to figure this out because this is not what I've been teaching y'all, and this problem is way out of left field. Somebody look at your notes from what, Monday, please? Does anybody have notes from Monday?
You have a work email.
I don't have the actual answer you got, but that sounds right.
I'm sorry, what?
I don't have the exact answer, but that does sound like what you got the first time.
Well, I need to know. Somebody look in your notes from Monday. I appreciate it, Mr. Nelson. Thank you. And tell me if my answer when we did this problem the way I do it, tell me if we didn't get 4.49-ish, something like that, please.
Mine says 4.41.
Okay, I'm going to do something here in just a second. Negative 0.21 is equal to x minus 121 over 121. Multiply both sides by 121. And x minus 121 is equal to 121 times negative 0.21 equals negative 25.41 plus 121 plus 121, 95 point, and somebody take that away from 100, please. What do you get? I'll do it myself. Thank you.
It's $4.41.
I'm getting the right answer. They're just going around the world. That I got that answer. And I used the Walmart equation. Somebody look at your notes and tell me didn't I do the Walmart equation X plus or minus percentage X? I'm sorry, y'all didn't see what I was doing. Hold
You
on
did.
just a second. There's what I was doing right here. I'll write it down for you. So you can either take a picture or there's the problem as it's supposed to be set up, Mr. Pack. But I don't agree with it because I think I got the correct answer by using the Walmart equation.
You use the Walmart equation.
Okay, that's what I thought. So go ahead and write this down. But I got to tell you how to write the answer down using the Walmart equation because they're going around the world with algebra that really we haven't even learned yet. And so I did, somebody tell me, I know I did it in minus. So that would be X minus percentage X is equal to the total. And let me read the question one more time so I can make sure what I plugged and chugged. Okay, 21%. The original price was 121. So that'd be 121 minus percentage 121 is equal to 100. Isn't that what I did? I think that's what I did.
I'm unsure.
Yeah.
Minus 121, minus 121, and negative 121% is equal to negative 21, and I divided by negative 121 and divided by negative 121, 21 divided by 121 is 17.35%. So I got 17.35%. X is equal to 17.35%. Now the problem said, I'm showing you right now, the problem said how many percent? It said 21%. So right now, is the problem correct with what it says? No. Now my question is, how did I get to 4.49? I can't remember that now. Did anybody write down how I got to 4.41 before, after I got the 7.35? I can't remember what I did after that. All right, nobody's going to tell me. Well, I got 4.41. Okay, what I just found is I just found the percent that they actually took off. They took off 17.35%.
Right, instead of the 21. Or with 20% that was used in the equation.
Yeah, the 21%. No. Does anybody have the notes from Monday where I got the 4.41?
So I think what I did was what you just did is what we did Monday. But
Okay,
when
how
we
did I
seen
get to
the-
4.41?
When we seen that the answer was 4.41 is what I wrote. I don't see where we tried to get the 4.41. I think that's when we ran out of time to see the difference.
Oh, okay. All right. No wonder I can't remember. All right. I'm thinking. If you're wondering why I'm quiet, I'm thinking. we could. All right, if I did 121, I actually did the percentage. I found the percentage coming off of 121 to get 100. That's 17. Now, if we took off, I think that's what Miss Grindle was saying. If we actually took 121 and took off 20, what is it, 20% or 21%?
21.
Yeah, say them using 21 and having 121, that's so 121 minus 0.21 of 121 is equal to the total. And 121 minus 21, so 121, I'm thinking out loud, 121 times 0.21 is equal to 121 minus second answer 95.59. So 95.59 is equal to the total at 20% or 21%.
So then wouldn't you
And
take
the
the 100
difference-
and minus the 95.59 and that finds
Yeah,
out the difference?
100 minus 95.59 is equal to 4.41, I believe.
Right, so they're saying that that's how much money it's off of
Yeah.
the percentage I took off.
Yeah, and this is the easiest way to do it right here. Now, I like I said, I've been teaching math for 25 years plus, and I've never seen a formula use a number twice for two different variables. I would say that math formula they're using is garbage. Plug in the Walmart equation here. Let's do another one just to make sure it works. Okay. 121 minus 21, that gives you the total that you're going to pay at 21% off. They got it down to 100, you minus the 2, and that tells you the difference. So they're ripping you off by $4.
Right.
Because you're supposed to pay $95 or $96 and you're paying 100. So let's do another one just to make sure that we got it down now. Final check. There, try this one. I'm gonna let y'all do it and then we'll do it together. So I'm just going to write down what we got. So 105 minus 0.05 of 105 is equal to the total. And we're going to take our calculator. There we go. And we're going to take 0.05 times 105 and subtract that from 105. So $99.75 is what you're supposed to pay. And of course, let's see what they are charging you. They're charging you $100. So they're making 25 cents off of you. So 25 cents, I don't know how they want it as a decimal, or yeah, that'd be 0.25 is equal to, yeah, 100 minus 99.75 is equal to 0.25. No, the sale price
0.25 higher
is
than it should have been.
0.25 higher, right?
That's what I would put.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Pack, does that help you? Hello, Mr. Pack. Does that help?
Yes.
Okay. But for
Thank
on
you.
your benefit, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being a good problem and 1 being a sucky problem, this problem is a -5.
I was saying
assuming,
negative like 100.
well, it assumes that you know how to do algebra, and we do algebra in Unit 2. What gets me is this formula. After they go through this formula, the original price and the dealer's cost is the same thing. You don't make a formula with 2 different variables the same number. And I don't think 117 is the dealer's cost. If you sell a shirt for $117, did you pay $117 for it? Yes or no?
No.
No, you probably paid $50, $75 for it. This formula, I don't know where this formula came from, but they need to rewrite that. That's not right.
It's misleading.
It is. All right, so that takes care of that question, and I'm sorry that question exists, but don't feel bad if you get confused. Use the Walmart equation and take that, subtract that away from the sale price, and that will give you the difference. It's a terrible problem. All right, so that takes care of Unit 1. Now, Unit 2 is algebra. And we're going to start with order of operations. There's these 3 guys that go to Clemson. And they live in Clemson. And they're going to go to the South Carolina game. They're living in Clemson. And they're going to go to the South Carolina game. That's in Columbia. And they travel down there. And they get down there on Friday night or Friday afternoon. And they stay at a hotel. And they go up to the manager of the hotel and ask how much the room is. And he says $30 a night. And the guy says, well, that's $10 a piece. Everybody with me?
Yep.
So the guy gives them $30 and they go up to the room. And just as soon as they get to the room, the manager says, I overcharged them. That room has a leaky faucet and it drips all the time. So I'm going to charge them $25. So he gives his grandson a $5 bill, and he tells the guy to take that $5 bill, the grandson, take the $5 bill to the guys that's in that room. Well, the grandson goes up to halfway up the stairs and he says, how am I going to give $5 to 3 guys? So he runs back downstairs and tells his grandfather to give him 5 $1 bills. And he runs up the stairs, and halfway up the stairs, he says, "Oh my gosh, how am I going to give 5 $1 bills to each of the guys?" Or 3.33. I only got 5 $1, or whatever it came out to be. And he goes, "I'll just put 2 in my pocket." Puts 2 in his pocket, and he gives each of the guys $1. So how much did they pay for the room? $9. 9 times 3 is 27, plus the 2 in his pocket is 29. Where's the missing dollar? I've won all kind of beverages off of this story. I'm waiting for answers. No, he didn't drop it. He didn't put it in the Coke machine. He didn't eat it.
You had priority
none
one
of that
message coming
stuff.
in on secured channel.
Good gosh.
The answer to your question is that the math is done wrong.
Why is the math done wrong?
Because when you do it that
Tell
way,
me
you
where
will
it's
never
done
get
wrong.
$3.
Okay, I can't do mumble. Tell me what you say. Speak. What's wrong with the math?
You have a work email.
Because the math is implying that you know something that you don't. The math is improper. It's
You
not.
got to
it's
tell me
not
where
proper.
if there is something wrong with the math, you need to tell me where it's at. Because I took 1 away from 10. That's 9. 9 times 3 is 27. And the 2 right there, there's the 3 that I took away. Anybody?
I got nothing.
Got nothing?
Nope.
Unless you want the answer that the fact that like they only paid $25 for the discount, so they didn't really pay $27. They paid $25.
You're getting there. I subtracted before I what?
It's
Before I
still
multiplied.
stupid.
See here? I subtracted $1 and then I multiplied by 3. You can't do that. You got to multiply and then subtract. You got to multiply 3 times 10, which is 30, and subtract 5. I subtracted the 1 and then I multiplied by 9. Or
See,
3.
I was right about the math being wrong.
You were getting there, but you couldn't tell me the answer. Be honest. All right?
I
Now-
was right, half right.
Okay,
I want half
whatever.
credit.
You're right. You're like my ex-mother-in-law. Always right. Right?
Almost,
Nah,
cre-
we're not
al-
going
almost
there.
credit
We're not
only
going
counts on horseshoes and hand grenades.
there. Yeah, that's true. Hand grenades killing radius is 6 to 12 meters. All right. So anyway, order of operations. I'm going to put addition and subtraction together, and I'm going to put multiplication and division together. Now, can somebody tell me why I put these 2 together, and why did I put these 2 together? Why didn't I put addition with multiplication and subtraction with division? Why did I put these 2 together, and why did I put these 2 together? Why didn't I put division?
Because they're equal as far as
What?
because they're equal as far as the order of operations you do them in.
Well, not really. They're not equal. Think of. Well, I can't give you the answer without. I can't give you a hint without giving you the answer. So I'm just going to leave it as that's a good observation, but that's
Go
not what I'm.
from left to right, and
Don't worry about don't think about order of operations. Tell me why in mathematics I would put these 2 together, and why in mathematics why wouldn't I put multiplication with addition, or why did I put division with multiplication, and why did I put subtraction with addition? Why didn't I put division with addition? Why did I put these 2 together?
This is a guess, but would you solve them the same way?
Y'all are missing it.
They cancel each other out.
There you go. There it
Ah.
is. They undo each other. I'm sorry. They undo
That makes
each
sense.
other. They undo each other. So you could actually say they're always arguing.
Hmm.
Same thing here. These two, they undo each other. And you could say they're always arguing. People that are opposite, when they get married, they usually argue a whole lot more than the people that are not the opposites. I know this for a fact. Okay? People that are opposites, they clash a whole lot more than people that are not opposite. All right? So these two are opposite, and these two are opposite. Name me two blood relatives. I said blood, I didn't say marriage. Two blood relatives that fight all the time. Well, there's only one blood relative that fights all the time, and that's what? Siblings. Brother and sister. If you have brother and sister in a mathematical sentence, which way do you do it? Left to right. Now, how many problems do you have, brother and sister? Not many. You're probably talking about 10 to 20% of the problems that you see on a test, or, whenever you do math. Very rarely do you see brother and sister. I'm going to give you an example here in just a minute. But what if you have a crisscross of these brother and sisters? Well, if you have a crisscross of brother and sisters, they're not brother and sisters, they're what? Cousins. And cousins go to Aunt Sally's house. Now, I guarantee you $1 to a donut, y'all have never heard of brother and sister and cousins. The reason you've never heard of it is because that's my thing. That's a Hubertism. And unless you've had one of my students or one of my colleagues have stolen it from me, I'm the only one that does this. All right. So Aunt Sally's means what? Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses. Exponents. Multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction. Don't be like I had a student one time. She was an older student, and she was from Pennsylvania, and she talked like this, and she talked through her nose, and she said that she did not have an accent because she was from Pennsylvania, and people from Pennsylvania did not have an accent. Anyway, she liked picking on me with my accent, and whenever I said something, like this, I said, go to Aunt Sally's house, and you do, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. She would make it a point to say that she's never heard of this before, and she would go, oh, you mean PEMDAS. So if you want to call it PEMDAS, you can call it PEMDAS. Anyway, there are some people in the world, my daddy said, are yuck people. Yuck, Y-U-C-K. They're just yuck people. They just like to go against the grain no matter what. I'm not talking about rebellious. I'm talking about yuck people. And he said the best thing to do with yuck people is just to say hello and keep walking. And that's what I would do in that class. When she would do something like that, I'd say, yes, ma'am, you are correct. And I would just keep going. But anyway, that still gets under my goat. And that was like the first semester I taught here at Tri-County. Anyway, it still sticks in my side. PEMDAS is when you have cousins. So let's do an example. Here's an example of brother and sister. I'm going to write two things down. I'm going to write 2 divided by 3 times 7. 2 divided by 3 times 7. Now, the first way I'm going to do it is brother and sister. The second way I'm going to do it is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. And we'll see which one is correct. Well, I know which one is correct. 2 divided by 3 is 2/3 times 7/1. And that's going to be 14/3, which if you wanted to change it into a mixed number, it'll be 3. They're going there 4 times, 4.67. All right, what's 3 times 7? 21, Hubert. That's right, class. And your answer is 2/21. So somebody tell me, are these two equal? No. So which one's the correct answer?
So 2/21.
Nope. The correct
What?
answer is 4.67. Brother and sister, you go left to right. These are the type questions you don't see a lot of. You don't see a lot of these type questions. That's why they trip you up when you do see them. There are some teachers that say, oh, all you got to do is please excuse my dear Aunt Sally 100% of the time. Well, they don't know what they're talking about. All right?
Yeah, I've literally used that my entire life. So this is new.
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally is used when you have one like this. 2 minus 3 times 7. 2 minus 3 times 7. Now here, I'm going to do please use my dear Aunt Sally because I have cousins. So what's 3 times 7?
21.
So 2 minus 21 is negative what? 2 minus 3 is what? Negative 1. Negative 1 times 7 is what? And of course, this is incorrect. So you have got to be careful when you're doing these types of problems that you do the order of operations correctly. And you have to pay attention to the question and see if you've got brother and sister or if you have cousins. Now, what if there was parentheses? Well, that changes automatically. Parentheses, if you got parentheses in a problem, you go directly to please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Now, what if you have brother and sister inside the parentheses? Then you follow left to right inside the parentheses. What if you have cousins? Then you follow please excuse my dear Aunt Sally in the parentheses. Okay, so you have to, and you're going to see some homework problems, but 90% of the time, I'd say 80% of the time, 80% of the time, you're going to use please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Or, I'm sorry, PEMDAS. It would have been all right if she had just said, oh, I learned that as PEMDAS, Hubert. But why did she have to go through and, oh, I've never seen that before. I've never heard of that before. But I learned PEMDAS. I'm like, shut up. You ever meet people like that? Those are young people.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah.
They are. They're young people. They're the type person that gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning, goes outside in the yard and digs a hole for no reason. I mean, they're just young people. That's what my daddy used to say. Stay away from them people. They cause drama. All right. So let's do another one. Let's go find one. Let's go find one to hopefully discourage you. Let's do that. I like to discourage y'all. Oh, God, what a surprise. They logged me out. I did take the roll, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah. Yeah, I did. I want to make sure. Let's go. This is, I guess this is 6.1. So we're
It's
going to go.
116.
I'm sorry, what?
It's 116.
Well, I'm going to go to study plan. I'm going to go to study plan and find you some problems that, one, I would test you on. Well, let me get through all the definition questions. Oh, my Lord. Okay, well, I guess they're not going, they're probably going to, let me go through two more things right quick. Oh, we're already done. Okay, we're done. We spent too much time on that stupid problem. Wasn't a stupid problem, Mr. Pack, but it was a stupid problem as far as the book goes. All right, we're going to go ahead and quit. We haven't finished 6.1, so you can play with it. You can go in and try some problems, but you are not responsible for it, okay? You are not responsible for it because I'm not finished with it. So you can go in and play with it. And Mr. Goodman or Miss Goodman, hold on a minute. I think I took the roll, didn't I?
Yes, sir.
I think there was only one person missing, right? Hold on, give me a second. I have to go through all of this because I have to go to another search engine, so give me a second. Oh, gosh. I feel like sometimes I'm taking 3 steps back whenever I use Tri-County Tech stuff. Does that make sense? 155, set attendance. Yes, I have Goodman. The only ones I don't have is Elrod and Johnson. They ever come in? I don't think Elrod came in, and I don't think Johnson came in. So y'all have a good day, and I will see y'all Friday.
Have a good one.
See y'all.
Bye, Hubert.